being advised he just got shot. Unknown area, 2121. Nothing further.
Time one, responding.
The time one.
Back up.
Get the light out of my face!
You walked up to me.
Okay, y'all, what I heard over the fire rescue radio is that this is a burglary, and they have someone with a dog bite. I'm guessing it's this individual right here. So all the clowns in green just realized I'm here. We'll see what that starts. I don't know if it was a burglary to a vehicle or a burglary to a home. This is an apartment complex. There are a lot of clowns in green here. Just kicked my tripod. I actually saw them responding to this, but I didn't know what they were responding to until I heard that there had been a burglary and a dog bite. So, assumption is this is a canine bit this person. The question is will they treat him or will they transport him? They've got a stretcher here as if they're going to transport him. They did have firefighters staging basically when there's a potentially dangerous situation and there's someone injured and firefighters are called or paramedics are called. Oftentimes they will stage, so the firefighters won't come into the scene until the cops deem it safe. So they say they were staging for a while. I don't know what the unsafe situation was. If they had someone with a dog bite, which was at least 15 minutes before I saw the fire department roll in, then, you know, maybe they were looking for someone else. I don't know. What I'm looking for right now is maybe where cops are like congregating, maybe where something was burglarized. So it looks like the guy was just treated and not going to be transported. I do know from previous experience, one time my ex-girlfriend's dog bit me, and basically when they have a dog bite, a lot of times the hospital, they won't suture it, they won't close it, because there's a concern that if they close it up, there might be bacteria and whatnot from the dog's mouth in the wound. So depending on the severity, if it's not that bad, they won't really do much other than, you know, clean it up a little bit and set you on your way. Yeah, you can't see all the vehicles, but I would say there's at least 16 patrol units here. Now, what gets me is, you know, once they've caught their person, unless you're directly involved with the situation, why are you still hanging out to congregate? I don't understand that. You know, these guys are just standing around here. You know, odds are they were just here to set a perimeter or whatever. But you've got them just standing around now, just chit-chatting, wasting time, wasting taxpayer dollars. Yeah, unfortunately, there aren't a lot of shots to get here. I don't know what was burglarized, so I can't really get shots of a vehicle or a particular unit here at the complex. Just a lot of cop cars, a lot of cops standing around. Some people standing around because of all the commotion. And as you can see, I've got a fan right here. Hand back, hand back. I'm not the move, by the way, just so you know. See all these clowns? I'm gonna get the light on because you have to see this. They're all talking about me for some reason. These clowns are here. They're all talking about me and looking back at me. I'm gonna move over here closer to them just to piss them off. I figure since they're talking about me, I might also get a good shot of them.
Yeah, I thought it was after that.
Couple grand for tail dog.
No. I thought, no, I'm sorry. No, I had it. Still living. I thought I was like, transport calling in. I was like, this guy's still living to them all the time.
What was it called?
I know, but this was not Paul's fault. It was a little dumb. A little special. This wasn't Paul's calling around. The dog's way faster. How comes that Paul's and make no go? Bell, yeah.
Oh.
I think she falls after she goes over the fence. Well, I think it's Tina that pulls her to the ground. Because I think that's why they don't have a better. Yeah. No.
Yeah, we're with one of them right now. I don't know if he's on.
You get negative on the kids, so we'll talk about it. You left the business card on it.
So we don't know if the key is all stolen?
Yeah, some kids will come up and
Okay, so you're charging.
Maybe it's
This area, oh, sure. Come over to me and I'll move back.
It's ignition pump? Yeah, ignition pump. It's a typical. Yeah, that's what I thought. When you put signal 10 and when it says the meter or 10, you put 10. What's the difference?
How's your first take on?
Hey, that's what one of my FPOs told me. We're good. We wrote a statement and then I'll make a contact with us.
Where are they at?
Duran's got security on board for the duck. We saw a guy in
Where are they at?
the RO. The RO for the launch is out front with Duran. They got a statement. Morgan's like calling now.
Where are they at?
Morgan.
That was him.
Yeah, that would have been very good. Other than that, I'm good.
You got everything.
I got coffee.
Why do you think it's only us?
So the suspect is in this vehicle right here. You can still see paramedics around it. I'm not trying to get a video of the suspect really. And now you got this clown right here thinking he's blocking my shot.
Santiago, where's your car? Can you grab it so get it in the car?
Well, the paramedics probably checked his blood pressure, asked him if he hit his head, stuff like that, and then cleared him, unfortunately, to go to jail.
Hey man, can you shine that somewhere else?
No.
Please?
He's a person in the other.
That's fine, but he doesn't have to have the light on.
Hey, slide them.
I love how they shine their light at me, trying to obscure my camera. But when I shine a light on them, they get all butthurt. They retaliate by shining the big spotlights on their cars at my camera so I can't record. But then when you point a light at them, they get all, you know, oh, turn it down. I think that was a joke.
I mean, he did say it.
I actually considered responding, but I respond too much, I think, and I think I respond too aggressively sometimes, so I just chose not to say anything. I guess my light's making his head sweat.
Can you move my car to the left? Door open? Yeah, it's unlocked. No. I just need to know who does it because my lieutenant.
It's tight here. Fire department's gonna definitely have a hard time with all these cop cars getting out.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to say,
That's you, Ken.
a dog bite occurred.
I guess they know what it's like now to have someone shining a light in their face all the time.
Small curve on
The reason I pointed my light up is because, or my camera up, is because I think maybe the victim of the burglary just walked right in front of me. I don't have any desire to get her on camera, so I won't be pointing my camera that way. This tall one right here, I think, yeah, he's a triple chevron. I don't use their supposed ranks. I think that should be reserved for the military. Actual heroes. He got very, let's just say, curt with me at a traffic stop one day. I've actually run into him a couple of times, and he just, I don't know if you heard, but he just said, good evening, sir, or something like that. I don't know what that was for. It's too late to be courteous now when you act like a jackass in the past.
I'll probably yeah, this one, yeah, it's coming small.
So they just moved their suspect to a different vehicle. I didn't even notice them walking right in front of me, but it's really sad because he looks really young and it's unfortunate. But a lot of times once school lets out for the summer, that's when a lot of the trouble starts, especially with the young kids, you know. They got too much time on their hands and, you know, they end up in situations like this. Again, I don't know what he may or may not have, allegedly may or may not have broken into. Yeah, probably. I'm just looking at his age. I'm guessing he's probably headed to juvenile detention, which is ironically right across the street from where I live. But I think, you know, there's really not a lot left to record here. I'm probably going to pack it in and yeah, call it a night. Man, I kicked my tripod again. I'll see you all on the next one.